All right, welcome back. Now we're in Toronto, and fittingly for Toronto, we have the Murphs with us. Now, the Murphs, they'll tell you a little bit more as we kind of go here, but the Murphs have been running Newman Hospitality for how long now?
25th year.
Yeah, longer than you've been around.
Yeah, well, that's not too hard.
Yeah, 25th year.
25. So, I guess in all those years, you guys have to have some interesting stories.
Some of the ones that we can tell, yes.
Well, give us one.
Which one do you think?
About a driver relation or owner relation, whether like about you maybe necessarily?
Drivers will come later in this.
okay.
So
Like you don't
the
wanna
first
know-
time we met you,
Yeah.
maybe when oh
No?
okay when your mom was changing your diaper, we met you then. Let's see, interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, I remember we used to have a couple of drivers that used to kind of fight a lot together. That was always really
That was fun.
interesting.
That was entertaining.
That was entertaining. That was good. What else? I don't know. There's a lot of things we can't tell. It's interesting though working with that the athletes as such as they are, from going from Mario's, the Nigels, and we come to you, and so many things have changed, and yet a lot of things haven't changed.
So that was going to kind of be my next question. Over the years, what do the drivers eat? I mean, I know what I eat, I know what Robert eats, but what kind of, as everybody develops, people like different things?
There's a lot of variety, but for drivers, really, I mean, they're very boring, actually. It's just pasta, 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 rice, 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 or sometimes throw a turkey sandwich in there. The cereal, everything you have to think of your carbs, you keep your strength up, that kind of thing. Timing of eating, how filling it is for you. You can't like put those belts on. Mario always used to have his times, like an hour and a half, because when you pull that belt, you didn't want to be out that way. You and Mario are very similar with your breakfast routine. He used to have, so there's something that hasn't changed in that many years. You guys might think you're really healthy. You have the Cheerios and the chocolate milk. Mario used to have the Frosted Flakes,
yeah.
half and half, and banana.
Yeah.
So
Not milk.
That is actually a good meal. I've had that before.
It is good.
So forgetting the drivers now, how about the crew?
Oh.
I mean, you would think that the crew stays basically the same, but favorite meals for them? I'll ask the Big Murph.
Yeah, I think favorite meal for them, there's two of them that they just absolutely love. One of the steak sandwiches that we do, ribeyes, and the other one is pea meal bacon from Canada, which they had today.
Got it today.
And they absolutely love it. I don't know how many pounds we went through today, but it was incredible. And they love it, they all love it. And I think one of our crew members, who they call Doggy, if you looked in his locker in your truck right now, you probably find about a pound of it in his locker.
Yeah, probably.
That sounds pretty gross. Not the food, but keeping it in your locker. Well, so I guess in '95 you created a program called Drive Away Hungry. What was the reason for that? 85.
And it started in Long Beach. We were there racing, and during that evening while we were working, the homeless people would just come right from the street through and just literally take out of the garbage. And it was something both of us couldn't stand to see. So from that, Peter and I would gather up the food every night from the team, etc., put it in there and take it right out to the street to them. So with the plates and the plastic forks. So then we met some of the people, got to know where their park was, etc. They would come up with bikes, and as that over the years, it's involved to every team donates. Like here in Toronto, it's the second harvest. They'll be able to feed probably 5,000 meals over the weekend this weekend from the leftover food from all the teams.
Food, yeah.
And that's just the teams. That's not the suites or anything. And so we've been doing it since 1985.
So I guess, as I said earlier, the reason we're with the Murphs, obviously they take care of us on the weekends, but also we're back in their hometown of Toronto. So how good does it feel to be here?
It always feels awesome to be here, and we love the atmosphere. We feel like we're home. We live about 2 hours north of here in Muskoka, but when we're here, it just feels like home, and we're relaxed.
A lot of relatives.
A lot of
A lot of
relatives.
relatives, which you'll be meeting shortly.
Which you have to
You're
sign some
working,
autographs
yeah.
for very shortly with all our grandnieces and grandnephews. Four of them are here right now.
Your work
Down
is
in
cut
your
out.
car right now.
Yeah. So sorry if there's some chocolate fingers
Yeah,
there
there
tomorrow
might be.
morning. They had chocolate all afternoon.
That's okay. So now, I guess for the final question,
Uh-oh.
you gotta ask this one. Other than me, of course. Who are amongst your favorite drivers? I mean, there's been, for those of you who know, there's been a lot. I mean, in 25 years, there's been a lot of very, very good drivers through the Newman Haas and now Newman Haas Landing and Racing Team. But who are amongst your favorites? I'll go with Papa Murph first.
Okay, Papa Murph. I mean, you know, and I'm not doing this in any order. I'm just saying that the people that are at the top of the list that I'd say right off the bat are Mario Andretti, obviously. Michael was very good. Cristiano, Christian Fittipaldi. That's probably my top, you know. Graham Rahal, of course.
All right.
Well, I gotta say, Paul was one of my favorite drivers.
PT?
Yeah, no,
No.
Newman.
Oh,
We
well,
used
of
to
course,
race with
yeah. I was
him
gonna
and
say.
that. No, actually, I did like PT because you used to be able to josh around with him a lot because
The Canadian connection.
Exactly.
yeah.
With he used to kind of hit our cars quite often there a few years back, and we did the Capitan Crochet. So in French, Capitan Crochet is what is Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch,
So we
yeah.
put it on our timing stand or something like that when he came
Captain
through.
Crochet.
Yes, yeah. So that was PT was very interesting to have around, but really all the drivers have been really fun to be with. We really can't complain. There hasn't been really anybody that.
We've been very lucky.
I think with ML, Kathy, our PR lady's got her pretty well trained because that was a pretty politically correct answer. I mean, I know there's got to be a favorite. There has to be. But anyway, there you guys have it. So, gonna try to continue this weekend in Toronto and then off to Edmonton. So these guys have a long road trip ahead of them to get out there. But we'll see you next time.